Morning guys, and today I'm going to be doing a front bumper change on the Audi A3. This is the Sport, so it's got the certain type of grille. Bang, there it is, it's got this type of grille. I'm going to be replacing it with this grille, as you can see. So this is it, it finally came. This is it, I've got it right in my car. Somehow it managed to fit with it being the Sportback. So yeah, I'm going to use this guideline I've got here. I printed it out from Fortitude, a website called Fortitude. I'll put a link in the description where I got this lovely guide from. And I'm just going to record as I go along so you guys can see exactly how easy it is. So, first thing you want to do, you want to remove these 3 screws. You've got one here, 1, 2 and 3. Once you remove those, we'll move on. Once you've done that from the top, you now have to get a bit messy, so you can jack up your car, but if you're small like me, you can just go underneath. I have already removed my pan, but there's a pan under. Just to reiterate, you cannot take the bumper off without removing the pan, because when you remove the pan, it gives you access to the screws on the actual bumper, and I'll show you that now. Here, and practically all you have to do is remove every single screw you can see from here all the way across. And now with the bumper removed, I can show you what I was talking about. Along the bottom of the bumper you've got 1, 2, so that's 1, 2, 3. If you didn't manage to see the screw I was talking about, once you remove that belly pan, its screw is right here. So where is it? Where is that naughty little screw? That's it, right in front of me here. That one right there, so that's in the center, but it won't be revealed until you take off the belly pan. Once you take off the belly pan, they're all T25s, then you can get access to that main culprit. That's a T25. Remove that, and that's that underneath that. As you can see here, this is the right side. What I like to do, I like to get the wheel and just turn it to the right. So if I'm doing the left, I'll turn it to the left. Just give me better access to these screws in here, because there's 3 screws that have got to be removed. 3 along the sides, so 1 in here, 1 down here, and 1 at the bottom. Once I remove those 3, then there's 2 across the top that need to be removed. 1 there, in that gap there, that's already been removed, and the next one is there, is that one there. So they've all got to be removed, so that way you can get access to the bolt that is in there, like in there, that's holding the bumper onto the car. Okay, so as you can see, I'm only going to do one side. It's the exact mirror image for the other side, but that's 1 down here that was done, 1 in here that was done, that's 2, and 1 up here that you can't see because I've just flipped it out, and obviously the 2 that was 1 here, and the other one that is centered there. I can't really reach it and hold the camera at the same time. But once you do those 2, it will then allow you to pop this part forward, and obviously it's entirely up to you, but there is another screw along the wheel arch. So if you follow it round and up, there is another screw that will just, if you can take it out if you want, but I didn't have to. But if you take it out, it just allows you to peel back the wheel arch liner with a lot less strength. You can just put it back and stick your hand in there much easier. Get into the 10mm bolt. I don't think you can see due to space restrictions. Let me try and see what I can do just for you guys. No, I don't think you can. But there's a 10mm bolt in there. I'll show you on the picture. So, as I said, this was the screw I was talking about. When you peel away the inner arch, that screw there, the one that the arrow's pointing to, is 10mm bolt. That's the one that's got to be removed, and so you've got to use like an extension and a ratchet to remove it. So, removing that screw was fairly easy. However, it did take me a bit of time because I didn't use my brain. This is the size of it, believe it or not. This is how big it is, so it's not a long screw. However, if you, obviously I'm on the left side, passenger side, you're not going to be able to get it out this way because the tyre's turned. So what I did, I went to the other side. If I can just come down here to the other side, because the tyre's turned inwards, it then allowed me to put this long ass ratchet, which is quite big. How I like it. Okay, that sounds wrong, but yeah, I managed to stick this in there without hitting the tyre or anything, because the tyre was turned inwards. So now I'm going to have to turn on the engine, turn this tyre that way, so that way it gives me space to do the other side. Same thing, stick it in there, ratchet away, ratchet away. Once you feel like it's loose, remember this is how long it is, so it's not that long a screw. Once you take that out, then you'll be able to start removing the bump. So I did all the stuff that I followed on the little paper, but they lied to me. There's 1 screw left. So obviously after all the instructions I've done, that's good. The last bolt, so that was the 10mm bolt that was in here, that you guys removed. After that, you can push this out of the way, and as you can see, I don't know if you can see that there, that little whatever it's called, that thing there. Underneath it here is a little bolt, so it's a T25 again. You've got to crack out the ratchet and loosen that off before it will drop down. To do that on both sides, or you're going to be pulling and you're probably going to end up breaking your bumper. Very important, loosen that off and take it off. Okay, so once you've managed to move the bumper, as you can see, the bumper has now moved forward. If you've got fogs on your road with me, so in case I forgot to say, all you need to do to take the bumper off is pull it down and forward towards the front of the car, and the bumper will come off. If you don't, it's not going to come off. It's got to be down and forward in that diagonal sort of motion. Your bumper, if you've got the sport version like me, all you need to do is make sure you take these plugs off down here. Make sure you take these plugs off before you go pulling it, or you end up pulling on a wire and doing damage. Same applies to the other side. Once that's done, it's a straight swap over. If you have oops, let me get my zoom out. If you have got to remove the grill, then good luck with that. But as you can see on the grill, there's all these tabs around it. These tabs here, 1, 2, there's a few all around it. They need to be prized out to the right. As you can see on the tabs itself, there's these little legs. It's that sort of technique. You've got to push it backwards and then out, backwards and out. It's quite a pain in the ass, I've heard, but I'll get through it. And obviously there's some Phillips screws here that are just like a normal cross that have got to be removed as well. Once you remove those, then the grill should come up and over and out and straight swap over to the other side. And then obviously to install the new one, it's just a straight swap over. Once you've stuck all the old on the new parts, I'll show you that at the end. But yeah, just work in reverse order, the 10mm screw, the wheel arches, etc, etc. Then obviously the grill, and screw the grill down as well and underneath. So yeah. So a quick one before I forget. These parts you're looking at here, they all were on the old bumper, and the bumper I got new, the S-Line one, didn't come with them. So I've got to take them off the old one and stick them on the new. So obviously that part there is what the 10mm screw is going to go through. So if that's not on, you're going to put the screw through and it's just going to spin around and it's not going to grip, which isn't safe at all. So make sure you look at the old, you look at the new, and you make sure anything like these little grip holes, I'll call them, for the screws, make sure you transfer them over.
Let me